Hey everybody, RockPaperMario here, and welcome back to Let's Play Yoshi's Woolly World. I'm so happy to be Let's Playing this. I really needed this, I think. I'm kind of glad I didn't just do more Pokemon Crystal, because I kind of needed something a little bit playful like this, I think. Not that I haven't been enjoying Pokemon Crystal Legacy, I have, but, you know, I just kind of sometimes you need that more... that different style of game to enjoy, you know. It's just different. It's just a different experience, you know. To keep you interested, I guess, you know. I always used to I always used to love that, just like, you know, like Final Fantasy VI and Final Fantasy VI and what was I Let's Playing at the same time as Final Fantasy VI? Probably Mario Sunshine or something. Was it? Thinking back to my old Let's Play days. And I feel like I really needed this as well, you know, this kind of more like action kind of a game, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, let's let that thing get out of the way, and let's get this shithead out of the way first of all. I kind of needed this. I've been playing Spyro as well. Like, I got Spyro Reignited, which Spyro Reignited is amazing, by the way. It's so faithful. It's so, you know, like, lovingly crafted to be like a fishing experience, you know. It's so, it really is so, like, lovingly crafted. It's unbelievable. Oh, I see a yarn. So I've been playing, through, like, Spyro 1 again, which, you know, I Let's Played that before. I Let's Played that, like, just after coming back from Germany, which is crazy. I remember coming back from... Here I am talking about, like, my Let's Play history again, you know? Because that's all anybody wants to hear about, I'm sure. You know what's crazy as well? I feel like I must have been, like, playing Kirby's Return to Dreamland around this time of year as well. Because I remember there was definitely, like, one episode where I talked about, like, getting a, going Christmas tree shopping. So, like, Brother Billy and the Church of Stop Shopping. I need to actually, like... Do you know what? I'll just do this. Is that not an option? Oh, you just have to just be a bit more gentle. Do small. So yeah, I've been playing Spyro Reignited, and just loving it. It's such like a great. It really feels like they just made like a modern version of the Spyro games, and like that's exactly what anybody wanted. You know, that's exactly what everybody wanted. I have, like, no eggs because I wasted all of my eggs doing that BS. Oh, well, I see some potential recruits down here. Excuse me, boys. What? What was that? It sounded like the penguin or something, like, or like Waluigi. Jesus, just what I needed. But, so yeah, I'm actually thinking I wouldn't mind, like, one of the reasons I'm actually playing Spyro is because I actually wouldn't mind Let's Playing Spyro 2 someday. It's so good. Like, for me, Spyro 2 is, like, the best one. It's, like, the perfect sequel. Actually, it's a very, like, similar situation to what I was talking about in the last video about, like, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, where like I feel like Spyro 3 is almost like too much. I feel like Spyro 3 went like too far sometimes. I feel like Spyro 3 just like their Spyro Year of the Dragon, by the way. Spyro 3 I think almost like did too much. Whereas like Spyro 2 is that really nice sweet spot between the two of them, which is just perfect. And like that's the thing, I think sometimes I think about, or do you know the way like the classic is like, don't we wish there was like a Banjo 3E or whatever? Like we all wish that there could be like a Banjo 3E. But then I'm kind of like, do we really want Banjo 3E? Because like chances are it probably would have gone that direction as well, which is like, you know, like Banjo 2E is already a lot. You know, Banjo 2E is already a lot, and I'm kind of like, how would you do more than that without it being too much? You know, I think that's always the question to ask. Like, what would more look like without being too much? I guess. I'm just gonna like go and follow this just in case there's something up top there. You never know. No. A yarn. Well, I'm glad I did that now. For crying out loud. So that's kind of where I'm at with like Spyro 3. For me, Spyro 2 was just like the superior experience, you know. And there's like a yarn that I'm missing here now as well. But yeah, that could have been the game of the day as well. But Yoshi's Woolly World won out, you know. Yoshi won the day. Yoshi's winning. And here I am with my mocha. And when they're scatting, they're talking. No, it's when they're talking, they're scatting. Oh my god, that mocha is so good. It's a real one. It's a real one today. I never took notice of what time it was when I started recording. It was probably like 8 minutes ago or something. Is that you, Yoshi baby? You can't chase me, but you're not going to get the yarn back. Say hello to Big Montgomery and say goodbye to your chances of winning, Yugi boy. Yoshi boy. Yoshi boy. I'm still watching Digimon at the gym, by the way. Can I not just, like, shoot you? Can I not just shoot you? What a thing to say. The thing is, like, what the hell am I supposed to do here? I can't even figure out this first boss. I suppose I could, like, jump on him. Who would have thought that jumping on him would work and, like, shooting an egg at him wouldn't, you know? Anyway. I'm still watching Digimon at the gym, and I'm onto like the whatever, the Pinocchimon or Puppetmon as he's called in the Saban dub, or Saban, whatever way you want to call it. But like he's crazy in like the original. Like, sorry, but I'm watching like the original like Digimon as it was meant to be for the first time ever, because all I ever watched before was like the subs. So I missed a flower and a yarn. That's interesting. And a stamp, okay. Like the original, like the original like Pinocchimon saga, and sorry, but that's like the best one of like all of that, like that part where the return to the digital world. The Pinocchimon saga is the best. Like the Metal Seedramon one is kind of funny because you have like the Scorpiomon stuff and stuff like that, right? But the that one's funny because you have all like the Scorpiomon stuff and crap like that, and it's just kind of, and you have like Waymon and things, and he's cool, like, but the Pinocchimon one is great because like at the end of the day, Metal Seadramon isn't really an interesting character. Like there's nothing interesting about Metal Seadramon. He's just like a bad guy, you know. He's just like an asshole. Like that's the most interesting thing about him, is he's an asshole. Look how beautiful this is. Oh my god, I love this music. I love this music. But yeah, that's the only thing that's like notable about Metal Seadramon, is how much of an asshole he is. Whereas like Pinocchimon has like a personality and a character, you know. And actually, like, you start to kind of feel for him a little bit. Like, you even... Oh god, just... There we go. You even start to kind of, like, feel for him a little bit because you're kind of, like, because, like, you notice that... First of all, like, sorry, but when, like, Metal Etamon kills him, you kind of, like... You're like, oh my god, he didn't deserve it. And then you just kind of see that he's, like, a flawed individual, you know? He's, like... You see that he's kind of, like, lonely and being taken advantage of, you know? Because I honestly do believe that, like, he does only want to be friends, you know? But just doesn't know how to have friends, if you know what I mean. Like, because he was legitimately, like, sad, you know? He was legitimately upset when Takeru, or TK as a lot of us would have known him, he was like legitimately upset when well, actually he was upset as well because like Takeru like trashed his house and broke his TV, but that's beside the point. Trashed his house and just broke his TV. But he was legitimately upset because he wanted to play. I think it's just like he doesn't know how to play, if you know what I mean. He doesn't know how to have friends. He just goes too far, you know. And aren't we all guilty of that sometimes, of like going too far in the pursuit of impressing people? Also, he just kind of like also when he shot like Kiwimon and not Kiwimon, when he shot like who did he shoot in the face? It was like Floramon, wasn't it? I can never remember who's like actually inside in the house and who isn't, but he just like pulled out a gun and shot them at point blank range. It's crazy. But yeah, so Pinocchimon is like the best one. That's like the best part of that whole saga. Oh, touch. Here's Gusty. I need to get like I need an egg. I'm just like, I'm thinking like I do need to like do all of these like windmill blades, just in case there's like something that you get for it. I'm also conscious I'm not like checking in the middle of them, which I probably should be. But yeah, he's definitely like the most interesting, just from the perspective of like being like a character that at least has some depth, which you don't really have in Digimon, and that's okay because you're usually not expecting it. You're usually like, oh well, I wasn't expecting there to be depth anyway, you know. But there's the whole stuff about like him like he kills Cherrymon, even though Cherrymon is like his elder and his mentor or whatever, you know. There's that kind of stuff there. There's like the whole like turning the Digidestined against each other. There's like the whole Metal Etamon saga, you know. Like that's just really cool because like there's all of a sudden it's like there's this third antagonistic force, you know. It's not just it's not just the I keep calling them robot masters, but they're the digital masters, aren't they? I think they're called like the Digital Masters or something. You know, there's Machine Dramon, there's Machine Dramon and Metal Seedramon, Pinocchimon, and Piedmon. But yeah, I'm still very much enjoying watching Digimon at the gym. Depending on what, like, so I don't go like crazy at the gym or anything like that. I usually just like kind of go to I just like usually use the exercise bike or whatever. Go for like a nice relaxing cycle. I really need more gusties here. Go for like a nice relaxing cycle, and usually I go for either like 20 minutes after work or something like that, or before work even, or 40 minutes before work or after work, and or 40 minutes after work. So I'll usually watch either like 1 episode or 2 episodes in that time, you know, just for fun. So actually I've like got through, while at the gym, I've got through all of like the back to Return to Japan, and I'm like on to, like, I'm almost finished Return to the digital, or the Pinocchimon part of like Return to the Digital World. I think the next thing that I have actually is, well no, the last thing that I watched on Digimon was like where like Yamato was like, I need to defeat my rival, because like, what an idiot, sorry, but like what a he's actually like the character that always is the most stupid one. Like, sorry, like he's the most easily fooled. He's always like going at the wrong, like trying to do the go about things like the wrong way, you know. Trying to go about things the wrong way. What I really noticed, actually, that I never noticed before in the process of watching this, and again, like, I love how I said, like, oh, I don't mean to be Digimon posting, and now that's all I've started talking about is Digimon. What I really noticed that I never really noticed before, was, like, how insignificant of a character Sora is. Like, they really don't do her any favors in the show. Like, she's really just kind of like doesn't get much to do, and even then it's kind of like, okay, well, what she's not very like charismatic either. She's actually probably like the least charismatic of the characters of the Digidestined. Sora is probably like the least charismatic one, and honestly, like, she's definitely like the character where, and I said this on Discord, like that whole Metal Seedramon arc, she literally does nothing. She doesn't even say anything. There was a whole episode where she didn't even have one line. Like, she just didn't even say anything, and she was just there, you know, just hanging around. Just kind of like hanging around doing nothing, you know. What kind of a Yoshi is that? It's like licorice. It's like the Bertie Bassett licorice all sorts Yoshi or something. Oh, if I'd only known that this was here. But yeah, she's honestly like the character that they just clearly didn't know what to do with her, because she does like very little, you know. There's like a couple of those interesting storylines with her mom and stuff like that, where she's like, oh, what about my sense of personal inadequacy, and what about my need to like live up to my mom's expectations and all of this kind of crap. But then it's kind of like you don't care about her enough to really give a shit, you know. But yeah, like, whereas you compare that to, like, actually, like, the Mimi, like, Mimi actually has, like, not, like, main character potential, but, like, she like, she's really interesting in that, you know, they make her out like, oh, this is going to be like the stereotypical kind of like girly girl character, and she is, but she's kind of like the stereotypical girly girl character with depth, you know, and I really like that about her. Like, she's and I think that's why I love how, like, her crest is the crest of sincerity, just because she's like has zero filter. Like, I kind of love that about her. She just says whatever the hell is on her mind, no matter what, and I kind of really like that. But then you have, like, all of these cool parts with her parents and things. Her parents are really interesting characters in the Return to Tokyo. And, like, when Waymon and not Pixie-mon, what's his name is Pixie-mon his name in the, our first 100%ed level, except for the health, of course. Who gives a shit about that? The, is he called Pixie-mon in the sub or in the original or in the Saban dub? I can never remember. Anyway, you know who I'm talking about, Pixie-mon. Little pink one that looks like a Furby. It's like when Pixie-mon and Waymon die, Mimi is the one who's like, and Chumon, like, Mimi is the one who's kind of like, we need to actually, like, pay respects to these people that helped us, you know, and I really love her for that. And then, the other one like that, who has, like, who I feel like comes across more in the original than in the dub. Oh, it's a cow. It's a moo cow. The other one like that I feel like comes across more than in the, sorry, I've just got a text, so, the other one I feel like who comes across more as more of a, as like a main character in the original than in the, than in the dub is Izzy. Like, for real, like, Izzy is the one that, like, they would not be able to survive without him. Like, especially in, like, he solves all of the crap, you know, he gets them through so many situations. He's actually quite, like, there's a lot going on with him as well. Like, you learn more about him than you learn about a lot of the other characters, like, about his family situation. And what the hell is going on here? They're throwing bombs around? What the hell? The Shy Guy situation is insane. What? The Shy Guy situation is insane. Sorry, but, like, that's just funny. There's just something so hilarious about that. Like, I'm just spitting a bomb at you. Like, what the hell is going on? The Shy Guy situation really is insane. Sorry, that just distracted me so much from what I was talking about. I think I was talking about, like, about Izzy. Like, you actually, like, get to learn more about, like, his life and like what his struggles are than a lot of the other characters, you know. He actually has quite a lot of depth to him, you know, which is striking, you know. I think that's, like, quite a striking thing. I wish I brought, like, another bomb now. Oh, there we go. Ask and you shall receive. But yeah, I think he's, like, a really interesting character, and I feel like I didn't realize that as much when I was, like, watching, I feel like I didn't realize that as much when I was watching the, just Stop bouncing off the yarn, stupid piece of crap. I feel like I didn't realize that as much when I was watching originally when I was a child. Like, I didn't see him as like a main character the way that I do now, you know. But he really is like the secondary main character. I feel like Izzy is almost more of a main character than Yamato is, because, or Koshiro is Izzy, isn't it? I feel like, isn't he like Izzy? But then Tentomon calls him Koshiro because Tentomon's so polite. Even though it's strange, like Tentomon, they do the whole kind of like classic. Joe, there's always that like one character from Osaka. There's always like that one character with like the Osaka accent, like Kero in Cardcaptor Sakura. There's always like that one character with like the Osaka accent. So it's kind of weird because usually like they're the ones that are kind of a little bit more, not rough around the edges, but like less kind of refined and more fun-loving, I guess, you know. And then like in Digimon, it's like the opposite. It's like the one with the one from Osaka is the one that's like really kind of like polite and refined or something. What kind of a Yoshi is this going to be? That's like one of the most fun things about this game is like seeing like, oh, what kind of Yoshi is it going to be? Could you just like blow up that wood? Thank you. No, thank you. I feel like, well, could I do this? There we go. What the hell is happening here? Good God, what is happening in there? This is like the strangest room, and I feel like the music is also hilarious in these rooms. Like, it's just kind of like... It always reminds me of like like there's something kind of like a little bit off about this music. There's just something strange about it. But yeah, I feel like in what I'm noticing in watching like the originals, and whether it's that the dub didn't focus on that as much as it could have, whether it's that the dub didn't focus on it as much as they could have, or I just didn't notice it. But like, what I'm noticing is like how much of a main character Izzy is, and I'm definitely feeling like Izzy is way more of a main character than fuck off. Seriously, man. Seriously, man. Izzy is like more of a main character than Yamato is, even though like they really paint Yamato as being like, oh, it's the secondary character, you know, the rival character or whatever. But he's not even as kind of likable. Like, he's not even as likable as he's not even as likable as Izzy is. Like, he really isn't. Like, he's kind of less charismatic. You're a lot of the time you're kind of like you're kind of being an asshole. Most of the time you're kind of like thinking that, actually. So yeah, that's like the funny thing. So I'd be interested actually to see now. Like, as I say, is it that the is my kind of like, is it that like my perception is just different, or like what is it? Or what is it that's actually that's different about like my experience this time around, you know? That's kind of what I'm interested to see right now. But I don't know how I could like discover that outside of outside of just like watching the dub again and seeing like what the dub is like. But yeah, I'm glad to be watching it because like I am like that Digimon super crazy person. Well, I'm not, you know, because I haven't like engaged with a lot of the newer people. I still need to like newer series. I still need to finish like Digimon Adventure 2020 or whatever, because I was in like I was watching it like when it came out first. I was watching it, but then like because of COVID, they ended up like not being able to keep up. They went off the air for a long time, and I actually never just got back into it. But I really have to. I feel like once I'm finished Digimon Adventure, I kind of want to watch Adventure, Adventure 2, and Tamers. Because Adventure and Adventure 2 are almost like one big saga, you know? Adventure and Adventure 2 are like one huge saga. Whereas like, also I think I have to finish the video. Adventure and Adventure 2 are one big saga, and Tamers, I feel like Tamers is extremely high quality. And Tamers is the one where I would love to... Like, as well, like, Tamers and Adventure 2, I feel like I haven't got the same opportunity to watch them all from start to finish. Because I don't think they were as good as at showing them. I definitely... What the fuck is that? It's another, like, fucking Binding of Isaac Yoshi. I don't want to wear any of these Yoshi costumes. Oh, is this not the... Is this, like... What's this one called? Claw Daddy Beach? I thought it was like something else. I thought it was like a motorcycle level. Anyway, I feel like I didn't get the same opportunity to watch all of Tamers and Adventure 2 from start to finish. I've definitely seen all of Adventure 2, but I haven't seen like the second part of it as consistently. And like the you know, the part where they're back in, where they're kind of like the global Digidestined. You remember the global Digidestined? And then like Tamers, definitely I haven't seen all of the second half of it. I feel like Fox Kids were very bad, or Jetix or whatever were really bad at showing it consistently. So some parts of it I've seen multiple times, and other parts I haven't at all. But then I really need to get back to Adventure 2020. But anyway, that's the end of the Digimon posting episode. Sorry about that for anyone who doesn't give a shit, but I don't care. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye now.